My beloved family, every year for the past 10 years, I have hosted the Priest Isaac's African History Month essay competition. Over the years, it would have grown by leaps and bounds to engulf the whole nation and beyond. As His Excellency Marcus Mosiah Garvey has taught us, a people without knowledge of self is like a tree without roots. Internationally, wherever African people are found, the education system is not geared to teach them about the knowledge of self. This lack of knowledge of self greatly fuels the downward spiral from the womb to the tomb for many of our people. Let me remind you of the officially recognized school to prison pipeline. The African History Month essay competition has been designed to encourage and inspire the zeal in our children for the knowledge of self. The competition encourages them to research their history and heritage, then articulate it in essay form. This is a project that demands thousands of dollars just for the basic prizes, marketing, and promotion. But we are not focused on the basics. We are thinking big. We have children to save. On Sunday, the 5th of November, 2023, we of the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge will be hosting the third of our annually presented Patrons Day. On that day, we present our international webathon designed to create and raise the funds for our national and international African History Month essay competition. To deliver a well-executed Priest Isaac's African History Month essay competition with prize-giving ceremony and banquet attached, the budget will be $26,500 United States currency. This is for the national essay competition, while the international essay competition will be $31,225 United States currency, a small price for the results that will come. It is obvious that we have been consistent with this project. We have a clear record of good accountability and great transparency. So those who are well-wishers of our children should feel free to contribute to this very important and timely project. Our ultimate target on Patrons Day, the 5th of November, 2023, is $57,725. Family, we are looking for your genuine assistance in this long-running, well-respected project, Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge African History Month essay competition. Patrons Day, 5th of November, 2023. You can contribute via PayPal, CashApp, and via other apps. Visit our website, priestisaacinstitute.com, or email priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Give thanks in advance.
The Tiger's Nest is a Radio Anu International exclusive program brought to you by the Honorable Priest Isaac. The Tiger's Nest is aired live every Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. local standard time. Become a subscriber through our website by visiting www.priestisaacinstitute.com and choose between our subscription plans. Or you can subscribe by using the details provided in the link below.
Yeah, Tiger's Nest. Yeah, give thanks, Rastafari. the melody. Yes, Royal Family, blessed love, give thanks to each and every one. Give thanks for a wonderful evening at this hour as we glide into the tiger's nest. Oh, give thanks continually for your presence with us. Of course, you know, we glorify the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie first. Yeah, we're going to be talking about some of that this evening. It's getting hot right now, family, I'm telling you. We're talking about the theology. We're talking about the theological reasoning. We're talking about the understanding of the Rastafari concept. Some people say that it should not be examined. Some people say that it should not be revisited. Some people say that we need not to even, you know, remove the ancient landmarks and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, because it was set perfectly for us. By who? What you talking about? We're talking about the Rastafari theology. Yes, family, this is a wonderful moment and a wonderful time that we are in. I don't know if to say that we would have even unraveled the ants' nest as such, but I'm telling you, the comments are already coming in as it relates to the reasoning that we will be having on Sunday. I'm talking about Patreon's Day, of course. I'm sure everyone is ready by now for Patreon's Day, whether you're coming in to patronize, whether you're going to come in to take, as they would say, advantage of the special offers that we will have on that day. Of course, you know how we do it on Patreon's Day, almost everything is at a 50%, and plus you have a lot of specials that we'll be going through on that day. And of course, you know, we have several mighty individuals that will be coming through, but the one of the main highlights of that day is going to be the great gathering. And that great gathering will be at 3 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. And that will be where Rasta Roundtable meets. Welcome to the House of Priests. And we will be speaking of all things Rastafari. Yeah, you don't have to be Rastafari. I mean, once you are conscious, once you are once, you can just come in and sit in and maybe you will, catch a vibes one way or the other. But we will be speaking of life. Rastafari is life, eh? Yeah, whether you think you're Rastafari or not, it's not something you can run away from. Rastafari is consciousness. Rastafari is reality. Rastafari is the present. Rastafari is the now. So we're going to be speaking of Rastafari, the future, and our economic state. Very, very important reasoning for me. And the state of our theology. Very, very, very important reasoning for me, and that is Sunday. Make sure you're in the house. Yes, Radio Anu International, and it will also be streamed live on Radio Anu TV, which is the YouTube, and we are also premiering this on the YouTube as well. Give thanks, eh? The YouTube family must be quite happy, you know, because remember, the Tiger's Nest is a Radio Anu exclusive program. In fact, the full version of tonight's program will not be fully broadcast on the YouTube, but of course the family knows what to do when this premiere is sealed up. Just press the link in the description below the video you're watching, and of course it will take you straight to Radio Anu to hear the fullness of this program, because we have a few things we want to touch upon this evening. As I said, like for example, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time. I'd like to say after the Tiger's Nest, because sometimes the Tiger's Nest go a bit over 8 p.m. for sure. But just after the Tiger's Nest tomorrow evening, it will be Rasta Roundtable. Now, let me be clear. This will be on Radio Anu, not on Radio Anu TV. Rasta Roundtable. It is really a Radio Anu program, you know. In fact, most of you haven't seen the majority of these programs. It's really a radio, or heard. It's a Radio Anu exclusive Rasta Roundtable. And for those of you on the YouTube, it will be rebroadcast on the YouTube at a later date, for sure. But for you to get the program live and direct tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. sharp. No, well, 7 p.m. is the Tiger's Nest. And 8 p.m. or thereafter, you will definitely have Rasta Roundtable. And we will be speaking, of course, of the coronation of Emperor Haile Selassie I. And at the same time, of course, as you could see, we are also getting into that energy and spirit, because we will also be kind of prepping for the big reasoning on Sunday. Yeah, the 5th of November. So as I said, yes, the coronation, the 93rd anniversary of the coronation of Haile Selassie I. But of course, remember, today is the 1st of November. And this is a day or a date that is usually somewhat underlooked. Not overlooked, but underlooked. And that is when Haile Selassie as Tafari, from Liege Tafari, got the title of the Dejazmatch Tafari. You understand? That is today, the 1st of November. Now, interestingly, you know, here in Antigua and Barbuda, that's the full name of the nation, they are celebrating their 42nd, yes, 42nd anniversary of independence. That's today, 1st of November. Yeah, man. Fireworks and things, because them fireworks is really for the Dejazmatch or the Dejazmatch, depending on how, you know, pronunciation. These fireworks that they've been letting go for the last 42 years is also symbolic of the coronation. So when I see them fireworks, boom, 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 all around me, and happy independence, yeah, give thanks for the coronation, man. High celebration, fireworks for the coronation, right here in Anu. We celebrate big in the spirit world. Fireworks for the coronation, fireworks for the Dejazmatch and the anointment of such. So this is a very important title. Let me just read something here. In fact, it's right at hand here. The autobiography of the emperor. Let me see. It should be just early up there. Just give me a moment there. Don't go anywhere. Come on. Where you going? Okay, chapter 2. Very good. From my appointment as the Dejazmatch to my father's death. That's the great Ras Mokennen. 1906, I think that is when he would have passed. But the title came on the 1st of November, 1905. Because of the strength of his love, my father was anxiously waiting for the time at which I, being sufficiently grown up, would attain to rank. And when I was 13 years and 3 months old, on the 21st day of Tikkimt, yes, 1898, which is the 1st of November, 1905, he appointed me the Dejazmatch in the large region of Gara Mulata. But according to our country's customs, this dignity of the Dejazmatch was for the sake of rank only. My age did not yet permit me to sit in judgment in court, or to administer the governorate, or to muster the army in battle order. And therefore, my father gave me a chief administrator for all the work, to act as tutor and deputy, namely his principal trusted servant, Fita Wareri Kolach. So, as you could see, even the age of the emperor, Haile Selassie, Dejazmatch Tafari, 13 years and 3 months. You know, in a sense, he was still a bit too young to really hold that position. Not that he did not have the ability. I mean, those of us who study Haile Selassie, we understand his qualifications and we know exactly what he is capable of doing and capable of handling, that's for sure. So there's no worry about that at all. So the Dejazmatch Tafari, given that appointment at the age of 13, but just because of age. I mean, that's all it is. You know, a very powerful position, but just because of age, he had to receive an administrator, a tutor, really. But that is just all in understanding, because it comes down again to what we have been speaking about for the last couple of strongs there, from the program I did with our good brother Ankoma the Dejazmatch. That was really a Rasta round table. It's just that most of the Rastas was not around the table, but it was still, it was still a beautiful program with me and the brother. And what were we highlighting? We were highlighting the different attributes given to all the heroes, given to all the supermen, given to all the Christ figure, the countless crucified saviors. That sounds like a next book. Yeah, somebody might run with that one day. Yeah, the countless crucified saviors. Yeah, man, that should be a bestseller. Because it's way beyond 16. It's almost all of them, really. All of them, really, the crucifixion or going into the deluge or going into the underworld or going into the Amenta. I mean, it's all the same thing. Going into the tomb and coming out is basically all the same thing, the same story. Even if you're, if those who are not really born from a virgin, some people say they came out of a fish. Well, wow. Some of them were born out of the rock. Mitra, although they say Mitra was born from a virgin, depending on, well, maybe there's some other version of the story, but Mitra really came out of the rock. It is an immaculate conception, and so is jumping out of a fish. So these are different versions of the mythos, man. So in all these mythos, you see the similar vibration, and that is why we were saying Haile Selassie would have fit all of these different characteristics of these mythological Christ figures. What say you? Including becoming a man, including becoming a man at the age of 13. Because at the age of 13, 3 months added to that too, just to show you the heights. When you read your scripture, the Christ was fully 12. That's 13, really. You know, we already went into that in depth. That is 13. You understand? When you celebrate your 12th birthday, do you know you are beginning your 13th year on planet Earth? Huh? I mean, when you were born, you were not born 1 year old, you know. Oh, right. It took you a whole year to become one. You understand? So when you celebrate your number one birthday or your first birthday, now you're 1 year old. When you become 1 year old, you would have begun your second year journey. So you're looking to end, when you end your second year, that's when you're 2 years old. So the numerology science I'm showing to you. So when you're fully 12, all that is 13. Asar and Heru and other mythological characters who became a man or left their father's and mother's house at the age of 13, 12, 13. And we see it come now. This is another archetype that they would have to attribute again to Haile Selassie, where he literally, historically, flesh and blood, date and time, 1st of November, 1905, became a man at the age of 13 because, as he said in the chapter we just read, from my appointment as the Dejazmatch, listen to this, to my father's death. So these two events clearly establish that this individual is becoming a man. If the title wasn't good enough, his main support, passing away from this earthly plane, leaving him by himself. Oh, it's all right. He had Menelik. You see who Menelik picked to be king? Lijuatsu. I mean, he may have had sympathizers and people who love him, but Haile Selassie realistically was on his own, became a man at the age of 13, just like all the crucified saviors. 72, eh? Give thanks for the 72nd Psalm. So this is also a day where Rastafari should celebrate. So we celebrate and give thanks for such celebration and vibration even at this moment, even right here on the Tiger's Nest. This evening we have a few things I want to touch upon this evening. That was one of them really. But I want to talk about the Almighty and the Most High, because you see that discussion there is very important and leading into our reasoning, maybe even tomorrow night. I don't know where the reasoning will go tomorrow night in Rasta Roundtable, but specifically for Sunday, as we're going to be going into the depths of the theology, and I already hear the different reasonings coming from the different corners, so I want to even prep my audience, because even on those days, I want to make my guests and my visitors speak. You understand? You hear me all the time. You know exactly what I say. Come on. Yeah, I want to hear my guests and my visitors speak. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful vibration. Yeah, man, so give thanks for each and every one, and give thanks for those who, publish, publish the word, and conceal not. Give thanks to the man, I just are. I just are mindset. I just are mindset. I just are mindset. Blessed my Lord. You don't know I just are mindset. Man, well, check I just are mindset. Oh, my fine. Man, I just are mindset, my Lord. This is a different time. You can talk to the computer, tell the computer, I just are mindset. Yes, my Lord. Give thanks, just in a moment, enough works have to be, fulfilled. Give thanks, for each and every one, all ones out there that is reaching out to the community and doing their works internationally, even on the social media. You got to give enough respect, even those who have been holding it down for a moment. One can check Ras Iserd on Nayaversity. That's Nayaversity for those who like the works that Ras Iserd is putting out. You can see him on his YouTube channel, Naya, NYAH -Versity. Yeah, man, Ras Iserd have some new videos that he just put up. Of course, Rastafari Israelites, Ras Ayadonis, that's Rastafari Israelites. Make sure you check out the Rastafari Israelites. Yes, that's Ras Ayadonis doing his works. Of course, Ankoma, the Jed, and the Jed is the D and J-E-D. J-E-D. D, J-E-D. Like the symbol of even the backbone, ancient Kemet, Ankoma, the Jed. You could definitely check his YouTube channel as well. And of course, you have others out there, Sela Media. Give thanks for them brothers, and they're different reasonment. And give thanks to the Lion Voice Network. One should check out the Lion Voice, Lion Voice roaring and giving some good information to the community. Give thanks to them strength there, Lion Voice. That's right there on the YouTube, Lion Voice Network. Give thanks for all standing ones. I know how it is just to keep it up. Give thanks to the African Liberation Network. Give thanks continually for all the works. And of course, 77 Redeems, 77. Yeah, cutting and clearing, Bobo in Brooklyn. I mean, wow, who else? There's several ones, keeping up such a level. But we give thanks, and the works continue. And again, let us continue to conceal not, but to publish and to Black United TV, give thanks. Black United Nation TV, give thanks for such works going out throughout the earth. So yes, my family, as I said, today, the 1st of November, also Independence Day here in Anu. And I want to also go into a discussion as it relates to that. But even before I go there, so the whole energy as it relates to the Almighty, the reasoning now is very strong. And I'm listening to it from different corners, and ones are what would you say? Ones are getting more conscious to the thing. And you could have a whole summit. You could speak all day long on the vastness as such of the Almighty there. The vastness of, you may say, the Most High, but no, the Almighty. Now, this is very important because the concept of the Almighty is this. From since I was a child, even though ones have their own belief, there was still something within ones that would always express that, listen, who can fathom God? God is who they call the Almighty. Who can fathom God? God is, God is who created everything and the vast sea and the highest mountain, these little things that we can relate to, and the depths of the ocean and all the stars we can count, all of that. So we use the things that are just so dynamic, the things that are just, wow, that's just so far out, to compare to God, because the God thing is just, come on, like, wow, you trying to battle God in a man. You're trying to battle God in a set of people. You're trying to battle God in this part of the world and this part of the globe and over here. So ones are considering that this God thing is the Lord. It's just too big. It's just too far beyond and way out for us to try to even think about it, to be honest. Some people say you can't question it and leave it alone. Just let's live good and all of that stuff. Love is the answer. And all of that has its space. But it doesn't take away from the scholarly discussion and looking at the philosophy properly. Now, just in the interest of time, let me just go straight to the chase. I personally, my outlook is that there is, some of you know exactly what I'm going to say, an intelligent nucleus that has every single thing in control, in motion, every single thing that exists. I don't mean what you see and hear and smell, everything. Whatever, everything. Again, you hear people talk about verses and multi-universes, which I tell you, there's nothing called multi-universe. You can have multiverse, but not multi-universe. The whole word set up there doesn't match with what you're trying to say. So in other words, if you're going to tell me, hey, we discovered another universe. Well, no, you didn't discover another universe. You discovered something else. And what it means is that what you thought was the universe is not the universe. It's just a part of the universe, because the universe, Uni means one. So whether you know how big the universe is, whether you know how far it stretches to, whether you know how much dimensions it has, whether you know how much parallel world it has, the point is everything that exists is in the universe. Your understanding of it doesn't, it's all right, that doesn't change anything. Everything that exists is in the universe. So if you're going to tell me we reach to the edge of the universe and look over the fence, you see something else, that means you had the wrong conception of the universe. That's all. Because what we're looking at over the fence is another part of the universe. So this multi-universe thing, if you say multiverse, I could work with that. Some people thought the galaxy was the universe. As just a galaxy, as big and as massive and as mighty as it appears, it's just a galaxy. It's a little thing. You see, life, listen to me and family, life, my code is this, life is one thing. So it's not my life and it's not your life, it is life. Life can't come to no end and people lose their life. Nothing goes up. Stop lying. Yeah, because now the opposite of life is not death. What's the opposite of life? The death. No. In fact, life don't really have no opposite as such. And I know we say life and death. I get you. And on a certain level, that can work. I'm very, very balanced, with my understanding. So I'm not stiff-necked, neither am I dogmatic. I understand there are realms where life and death can work. I get you. But the conversation I am having with you now, I am saying that the opposite of death is to be born. Born, death. Life doesn't stop. Hear this one, not even for the dead. I don't mean just the spirit. We all know the spirit. That's spirit and the soul. That proves that there's life, because that never stops. But even the physical, why do you think it returns to the earth? To give the earth more life. Well, at least if handled properly. But in this different world we live in, the earth is robbed of many things. Many, many things. Even your excrements. Huh? Yeah. This civilized world that we live in, we're civilized, Yes, of course, we use the toilet. Yeah, of course, George. We're not like those savages who use the bush. Yeah, but when you use the bush, and you use the bush properly, the earth gets back what's its own. It's a cycle, You eat the food, you're supposed to literally give back the earth, the manure, real thing. I'm just telling you, nature I'm talking about, Nature I'm talking about. When we use the system that we use, the drainage soak-away system that we use, at least in the Caribbean, we have something they call the septic tank. And all the stuff is just in that tank there. A big tank, and maybe something come and take it out every how many years. And then in other countries, you have a whole system where that runs and goes somewhere else where it's even recycled and all kind of, I'm telling you. Where it's even recycled and made into better water or something of the sort. Yeah, they do that in certain European countries. But the point I'm making is that as civilized as we are robbing nature of the things that nature is supposed to get. Just naturally. And in that case, we as human beings, when we take in, we're supposed to let out and realistically give it back to the earth. So I'm just saying that to say, even when a person passes their life, the physical carcass still has life as such that it belongs in the earth. It's supposed to go back to the earth. And that is why around here, the old people would say, when they pass on, bury them in what they call a saltfish box. And many of us have not honored our old people's word. When they die, we still go and get the mahogany thing for them. If we had the money, we'd get a gold coffin for them. Yeah, it's all nice and pretty. Many ancient people, I guess, went down like that. But the thing with the salt fish box now is that it actually deteriorates after a specific time in a line with even the human body decomposing. Real science. So all those old people from those generations gone that were buried in a saltfish box. It was a science. So they would have actually gone back to the earth. That's deep. They would have actually gone back to the earth. That was my point. I wonder if you get me. I'm just kind of waking up the mind. I'm trying to show you how vast this thing is. Everything is really one. Everything is one in the physical world and the spiritual world. You are one with everything, physically too. And when it comes to life, we all share life. And life is God, Life is what you are calling God, because life is just consciousness, life. That's why I said there's no real opposite for it. So again, there is an intelligent nucleus. Something at the center. Which part? No, it's not a which part thing. Listen, just as you said, God is so vast, this thing too big to even try to talk about which part. Just believe me, there is an intelligent nucleus. You know what you mean by intelligence? The whole world run on intelligence. God don't have to come and tell the cloud to go and clap through lightning over there like some of us. It's just intelligence. And yet still, we can do that too. Of course, come on, man. We have the rhythm and the science to dance on the ground and make the clouds gather. We can do that. That's not no question. That's not no make-believe. We don't have to have no long discussion over that. That's reality. We cover these things already. So it's not fairy tale to believe that neither. But without you doing that, nature is already set in motion. So when you take a leaf from the tree and you tear it, you don't take the leaf off the tree, leave it on the tree and just tear off half of the leaf. The leaf naturally begins to mend itself, because remember, the leaf has veins and a midrib and all of these things that carry water throughout the leaf, as small as the leaf may be. And the leaf begins to mend itself so that it may not turn yellow and fall off. Some may remain on the tree because it would have healed itself in the same way that you heal yourself when you get a cut and that brown scab comes on it to heal it and carry it into another realms of perfection. That's the intelligence of the universe. It is in motion. It's intelligent. When sperm hit the egg, it just starts to develop and a human being comes out and talking about welcome to the tiger's nest. It's intelligence. It's just naturally in motion. It's all over. Star blow up and a black hole form and a galaxy create in countless of millions of years, but it's just intelligence moving on, life. It rains, it snows, it's intelligence. Yeah, and it's bigger than that because we have different dimensions and they're parallel worlds. That's real thing. So this nucleus of intelligence have a lot of work to do. But that nucleus of intelligence is there, and you don't have to go and find it, which center point it's at, because it's all over. That's why it's called Allah, Allah, all in all, everywhere. It's the intelligence of which we all are a part of. That's why it's omnipresence, because it's everywhere. It's life. That's why God is in us, because that's really what it is. So this is why now, technically, I want you to follow me. Technically, one could argue that the Almighty, then you cannot put size, weight, color on the Almighty. You can't put nothing, because no one thing you can explain can be the Almighty. This is the argument for such. Well, okay. All right, here it is. So technically, in our linear way of thinking, no Almighty there then, because we need something that we have to attach to. Now, I understand the reasoning, because the Almighty, at least on one level, the Almighty, at least on one level, is the all in all, which dwells in everything, every blade of grass. Once there is life, just know the intelligent nucleus of creation is right there. It's just a natural thing. Now, my outlook is that within the realms of all creation and all intelligent sub-beings, deity, and what have you, there is a Most High. There is a Most High. But what's the difference between the Most High and the Almighty? Now, you see, there's a lot of, that's why even in religion, there's never one God. There's never, even in Christianity, there's never one God. I don't mean Christ and God, even the God, there's never one God. It's always something, Elohim and the Lord God and all of that. It's always dual people. The lion and the lamb came and took the book out of the hand of him that sat upon the throne. You know, there's always more than one people working there. It's just a fact. Because there's a heavenly host and there is a Lord of hosts. Now, this Lord of hosts is the Most High, because he is the Lord of the whole host. He is the highest himself, as Psalms 87 would say. The Most High, there's nothing higher than the Most High. So you walk into a room and you see 10 people. Hey, who's the highest in here? This one over there. The short one? Yes, he's the Most High. Okay. The Most High. So Haile Selassie for sure would fit that whole criteria of the Most High. At least in my book. Another person may disagree and may say, well, no, I don't get it. But the Most High is the manifestation in a form of that power of the Almighty. That is why Christ is seen as the Son, like the product of God, this unseen God that you can't see and touch. Where is he really? Is he here talking behind the cloud? That mystery stuff became a human being in the Christ. That's why you somewhat just can't see behind the veil. So all of this history, prophecy, allegory, mythology, astronomy, astrology, all the things we talk about and unravel and Bible and Quran, everything point to Haile Selassie the First. This is my experience. I think I would have proven that several times too. Everything, even Greek mythology, everything coming down to the King of Kings. That's the Most High. Because all of these prophecies that speak of this Messiah and Superman and all of that kind of stuff, not Superman, well, him too. It is a story that gives the impression as this person is coming with the power of heaven, the power of the God. So I can comprehend the understanding of the Almighty being in all things. I get it, because I see it. In fact, that's what it is. That is why even the God himself will always tell you, well, listen, man, I mean, I understand how you feel, you know, but this thing is bigger than all of us. And yeah, you see, because the Almighty is in all of us. That is why a person would give the argument and say, well, listen, man, if he's the Almighty, you know, how is it that, you know, if the Almighty is all present, how is it he's over there and he's not up there? And then you have to start to get into these philosophical discussions now to talk about matter and weight and size and time. See, different discussions gone there. But again, simply understanding that all things, not what you see, not what you know, everything, things you can't even begin to fathom. The Almighty dwells in all these everywhere. The intelligent nucleus obviously got to be everywhere. Not in the tangible world, you know, everywhere, where you can't even think of going. It is governed by a one source that has its tentacles everywhere, that's aware. Yeah, that's the Almighty. That's why it's so big. That's why it's so hard to catch, because it's like, wow, what are you talking about? But in its simple form, it's life. And I will repeat, that's why it's not your life and his life and their life. It's just life. And I see that life is really God. That's why his life is love and live. Yeah. Remember, live turnaround is evil, and you just put a D on that, they get devil. Okay, etymology. You can see so much of this, the truth in the etymology. But of all the creation, the planets, see, we use planets as if it's a big thing. We just this little speck of nothing in the corner of everything. So we can only look at the mountains outside the window. Wow, that's big. And the mountain on fire, and we consider God on the mountain because the mountain on fire. That's the levels that we are on. That looks big to us. Yeah. When the Almighty is in all, everything, down to the leaf I just explained, every speck. You ever see a speck of dust just floating in the wind? There's a little thing there. It has a weight. It has a size. It's recorded somewhere in creation. It's not missing. Every snowflake is recorded. I'm not trying to sound mythical, like if some kind of angel up there writing it down, but believe me, this ain't write down pen and pad nor laptop. Nature records everything. Down to your emotional, everything is there in the Akashic records. Real talk. So this, I'm just trying to show you how vast this oneness is, because the Almighty is one, you know. We are all a part of it. This is the point. This is the point. We are all a part of the Almighty thing, you know. I don't care who you start to think about and say, boy, this devilish man here. Listen, this is African tradition we're talking about. You never hear King Emmanuel talk. Those of you that are Bobo Shanti, King Emmanuel said, God is everybody, even the devil. Yeah, well, how we have life, when life is God. You follow me? So the Almighty, you got the Almighty is all. That's how I see the Almighty. The Almighty is the Almighty. I don't think there's anything you can't go no further than that. But I don't see no human being or anything. When I say anything, no anything. The sun, the moon, crocodile, hippopotamus, no galaxy. I don't see nothing higher than Haile Selassie. Straight up. There's nothing who higher. Tell me who or what is higher than Haile Selassie. You can't tell me the Almighty. I just explained to you. So who's the Almighty? Show me the Almighty. Where is the Almighty? way out there. The Almighty is what? The powerful, you know, this powerful sound out there. Come on, man. You belittling the Almighty from you trying to give it some kind of weight and size and sound and some big thing and the mountain and fire more in the Pacific Ocean. Give me a break. You thinking small. You dissing the Almighty, man. Now because you're 5'1", then it's different realms we're talking about. Yeah. I'm saying to the eye, that's the Most High there, that's for sure, because he's the Lord of the host. The host is not people, you know, he's a big host. You have second in command, you have third in command, you have the bottom of the line, but he's the Lord of hosts. You check, he don't have nobody to give him no orders. Not even the Almighty. The Almighty is in all of us, you know, understand? The Almighty is not a thing you go to, you know. Like you go, the Almighty done there, it's there, just there. It's life. Yeah, it's life. I wonder if the ones them catch me. And listen, I'm not trying to ram nothing down nobody's road. I actually just preparing my students for what's coming up in the reasoning that we are about to get into, especially when we come together, at least for what I'm expecting when we are coming together for Patrons Day, 3 p.m. the afternoon for Rasta Roundtable meets. Welcome to the House of Priests, but make sure you're there for the whole day, from 6 in the morning. In fact, from midnight on the 5th of November, man, now you're making music going throughout the evening until 6 hours, and I'm making music or more until the rising of the sun, and we go straight into different aspects of Patrons Day, you know. So that's the vibes, you know. I said I wanted to share on that level, you know, just with an understanding. And remember, tomorrow evening, Rasta Roundtable, right here on Radio Anu International. As I said, you know, we will be talking about the coronation for sure tomorrow evening, and you know, it's going to be a wonderful sitting. Remember, that will not be aired on Radio Anu TV. You know, that will be definitely that will be a special for Radio Anu International. So family, I hope you get the realms that I'm coming from. Now, obviously, everyone has their own outlook. You may be saying, boy, Selassie is no God, and we get that comment all the time. I mean, well, everybody has their own opinion, you know. Sometimes I maybe I'm more locked into maybe the meditation that I'm having a reasonable discussion with individuals who have an open mind. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes you're shocked when people just come out of the blue. Oh, Jesus Christ is the only way. Okay. I'll give that. I'm happy you came very much. I hope you continue to come, to be very honest. But yes, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. I'm not even here to fight none of them things there. You know, I know for sure the stance I take on Haile Selassie, I can prove it all. And I know I sleep good at night, just to use the term sleep, as they say. I have no worries, nothing. When earthquake come and hurricane come, it's like hurricane come through here the last 2 times. People folk, that's a word we use around here, folk. That means they wet their pants, man. Especially that last Hurricane Tammy, that was the hit here. Oh, people on the radio praying. Yeah, real life. I'm telling you, people start to ask God for forgiveness. Yeah. And I'm telling you, when these times come around, to me, it's almost like a test. I'm saying, bring it on. I even disappointed when they say, boy, the hurricane not coming again. That's me. I'm telling you. Charlie's pack, ready for lightning and thunder, have a good time, make the wind blow, man. Yeah. So the whole energy again is that whatever different religion a person may believe in or outlook that they may have, I'm just showing you from my perspective. And all the studies and all the signs point to Emperor Haile Selassie I. Yes, a man, a human being. But again, you can't point to nothing else. Not an ex-human being, nothing else. No mountain, no pyramid, no star, no constellation, no book, no box. You cannot point to anything else that is worthy of praise more than Haile Selassie the first. No animal, nothing. It's not, no galaxy. Don't try nothing. Haile Selassie is the top of the tops, the king of the hill. That's why he's the most high. Yeah, and arguably, man, is the Almighty too, because you see, the thing with the most high now is that he's the hub as such for the intelligence of the Almighty. I mean, so he made me come out of the womb as a person, so he can still learn, he can still say, how did you get that, Daddy? And all of that stuff. And you see, this is why this level of discussion is very deep. And it takes a rational mind to even have this sort of conversation. I wonder if you all follow me. You can't have this conversation with ones that always want to argue, that are afraid to even change their mind. Nothing wrong with changing your mind. If you hear something that really makes sense and it really puts what you've been thinking to the side, nothing wrong. It's better for you to say, hey, wow, I was wrong all the time. Yeah. But still, at the same time, don't be quick to jump at every new thing, Some of us have that spirit. Everything we hear that sounds good, we run after it. And in the next 2 months, we leave that and gone to something else that we just heard. We read this book and all of a sudden, this man is the best thing around. He's my new prophet. And we run after him. No, don't do that. Take your time. Seek diligently too. Nothing wrong with holding on to specific teachers, especially if you could see that they're consistent, especially if you could see whatever it is you're looking for from them, they continually deliver. Yes, of course. Yes. In fact, that's good that you could rest somewhere and get a proper mentor or 2 or 3 instead of running all over the place. You get what I'm saying, family? Hey, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. So what I'm going to do now, hey, no, we're not done. Miss again, dear. All right. Well, what we're going to do, family that is on the YouTube, we're going to seal off the YouTube. And of course, those who are on Radio Anu, you don't go anywhere. The Tiger's Nest will continue. I wanted to go now into some geopolitics. This is a serious reasoning that I think everyone would want to hear as it relates. Yeah, as I said, they're celebrating independence around here. I'm not necessarily going into the independence here as such, but we're going to hear from Jome Feye Ndongo. And he was with the sister from Pan-African Daily TV just the other day, and he was speaking some vibration as it relates to African geopolitics. But what I like about his discussion, he will be breaking down neocolonialism. He'll be breaking down independence. And as I said, being that the independence energy is here where I am, it would be interesting for us to even understand his outlook on independence. He's saying that even though they say you're independent, you're not a sovereign nation. And that's another thing, because around here they consider that we are a sovereign nation. Yeah. So let's get into that now. This is a wonderful reasoning. You're going to love this one. Those of you who are serious about knowledge, you're going to love this discussion. So yeah, so let me just remind the brothers and sisters that are watching the premiere on YouTube, on Radio Anu TV. All you have to do is press the link in the description below the video and come right over to Radio Anu right now and let the celebration continue. And remember, I'm looking for everyone on the 5th of November as we enter into Patriots Day. All right, let's continue. Radio Anu family, give thanks. Rastafari. Do you want an accurate natal chart reading to know the true position of the sun, the moon, and each planet at the moment that you were being born? We at the Priest Isaac's Institute of Holistic Knowledge will create a precise natal chart for you and your loved ones, coupled with snapshot pictures of each planet, the sun, the moon, plus the constellations related to them. In addition to this, we will be giving you a detailed report of the alignment of planets to the constellations and its full meaning, not from an astrological perspective, but from an ancient astronomical perspective. You will have this report for the rest of your life and can share it with your friends and your family. To order your accurate natal chart today, visit our website, priestisaacinstitute.com, or email us, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Blessed.